Spulture Show's back. We got another special Naptown's Notorious edition of the Spulture Show today. Got a great interview coming up with Max Wild, Indianapolis legend, played tennis at UCLA, won Kalamazoo 16s doubles, didn't get to go to the US Open though. Went into that, talked about that. He's now a professional pickleball player on the APP Tour and playing for a team kind of similar to their Major League Pickleball program, but in Canada. Which is pretty sick up in Toronto. So we're going to get into that here in a little bit. We'll play that interview. As always, there's more sports to follow after. We're giving a review of some of the best sports things that have happened since our last episode, the past couple days. But before I get into that, unfortunately, there's something I got to talk about first that's a little more urgent. Alfredo Perez, number 350 in the world tennis player, his dad has cancer, and he has a GoFundMe on his Instagram to help pay for his dad's cancer treatment. Everyone should help pitch in and support that. He's a great guy, and yeah, it's a terrible thing that's happening. But what I really want to talk about is the fact that this man, Alfredo Perez, is 350 in the world in the second most popular sport in the world. It's the second biggest sport internationally. He's 350 in the world, and he can't pay for his dad's medical bills. What kind of sport is this? Like, ATP's messed up, man. Pay your players. There's 100 players who make money. This guy's 350 best in the world. If you're 350 in any other sport, you're making millions. If you're 350 in the NBA, you're Ben Shepherd. You're getting paid to sit on the end of the bench and score 3 points a night. No offense to Ben Shepherd, that was tough. Or you're going to China, you're getting paid $1 million there. You're going to EuroLeague, you're getting paid there. They got Devontae Graham, they got Daniel Tice, they got Corey Joseph, they got Kemba Walker. Like, think of all those guys that went over there because they were not one of the best 350 to 400 to 500 players in the NBA, so they go there. Look at these G League guys. They're making more. They're getting called up. They're on two-way contracts. If you're the 350th best in your sport, second most popular sport in the world, how can you not afford to pay for your dad's emergency medical bills? And it's not his fault. It's not that he can't. It's that the system that he works for, the ATP, the governing body, doesn't pay their players. Like, you think Alcaraz can't pay 6,000? Like, no, he made 6 million. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 100 players get paid, and it's ridiculous. It's a joke. Everyone go support Alfredo, support his dad, pitch into that. It's a terrible thing. But what a joke of a system. The ATP's got to do better. They got to fix it. I'm sorry to start this episode and to start Max's interview with a little bit of negativity here, but it needs to be said. It needs to be fixed. I know the percentage that players get is so much smaller than a lot of other sports, than every other sport, every other major sport. They don't get their cut. It's a joke. The top players get their cut. No one else does. And so it needs to be fixed. I don't know what to do, but ATP's got to fix it. You got to pay your players. The challengers, right? Why are you calling them challengers? They're the best level in the world. They beat the ATP players all the time. Look at the Grand Slams. Look at ATP events, right? So why are you calling them challengers? Why are they not just ATP 50s, 75s, 100s, 125s? That'll draw more fans than just immediately telling everyone, oh, no, this isn't the top level, because it is the top level. So, like, it's like you go to minor league baseball. You're going to a minor league game, right? But that actually is minor. Like, the challenger isn't minor league. Those guys beat the best players. So fix the system, pay your players, support Alfredo Perez, and do better, ATP. But to lighten it up, we're gonna lighten it back up here. We got Max Wild coming on, indie legend, Naptown's Notorious episode of the Spulture Show. We're getting it started. We're getting the momentum. We're getting the energy up. Let's go, baby. Come on. Max Wild, here we go.
What's up?
There he is. What's
How
up,
you,
man?
how you doing, Steven?
I'm good, dude. How are you doing?
Good, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time, dude. I'm glad we could make this work.
I know, man. Me too. How's everything been?
Things are good. Things are good. Where are you at right now? Are you in Charleston?
I'm in Charleston still. Yep. Still
Yeah.
here and loving it, man. It's the best.
Nice, dude. Nice. We'll just kind of rewind the timeline and go through the journey a little bit. Just talk about everything, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, man. That sounds good.
All right, let's get into it. Let's do it. So, how I know Max is from Indianapolis. He used to live in Colorado and then moved to Indy when, how old were you? Probably like 9 or so?
Yeah, I was probably maybe 10. I was in fifth grade. So however old you are in fifth grade.
Yeah. I still
Yeah.
I still remember that practice though. Like at Dean Road, we had that group with JT and JJ and everything, and you walking out there, and
Oh yeah.
I was like first like new kid to move in. We were like, all right, we got to step it up now. Who is this?
That was fun, man. That was a great memories, great times for sure.
Yeah, and then how long were you in Indy? You moved again
I
right before college, or?
Yep, I was a freshman in high school when we moved to San Diego, and so I was in Indy in Carmel for like 5 years roughly.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I
Which is
moved to
great.
Texas, so then I kind of missed when you moved to California, so I wasn't sure how long you were
Right.
here. I forgot to intro you
Yeah.
too. I've spaced the beginning of this, but this is Max Wild, everybody, for all the many viewers we have on this podcast. But he's a former Kalamazoo doubles finalist, UCLA tennis player, and current pro pickleball player. So that's kind of the timeline we're going to
That's
rewind
right.
and talk about now. So he's doing big things, and it's cool to see, cool to follow you, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. That I appreciate that a lot. And Kalamazoo champ, bro. Kalamazoo
Is it
champ.
Kalamazoo champ? I couldn't get that. I
It
thought it
is.
was, and then on
It
my
was.
phone I had finalist. I'm
No, I'm
slacking, man.
kidding. I'm kidding. But I was actually what makes that really fun too is the year I won doubles, 2016, is the same year that Lucas Greif won singles, and so that was like it was a fun Indiana, takeover there, which was cool.
Yeah, you guys were training together at the time too, right?
We
He was in
were. We
Indy.
trained a lot. Yeah, we trained a lot, and one of my closest friends to this day. So that was a fun moment. But I appreciate that intro, and yeah, dude, it's been a long but exciting journey for sure.
Yeah. So then you guys played Junior US Open the same year, also. Then, right? Did you
That
get a
that
wild
was a
card also?
bummer. Is the doubles they for some reason didn't give a wild card for the doubles champ. So that sucked. I mean, my doubles partner Andrew Ton and I we were um we were bummed. We were like cuz we that was like the thing, right? You win Kalamazoo, you get the wild card. If you're in the 16s it's for the juniors, and the 18s it's obviously for the men's. And so we had our high hopes, and then we just got it shattered, but that's all right.
Yeah. Usually for doubles you get one though, right?
Yeah, you
So it was
do.
it
and
was just
and
like that year or something.
it actually, I think they changed it the year prior because one of my closest friends as well, Bryce Pereira, who I played tennis with at UCLA, he won it the year before with Ivan Thama, another good friend of mine, both Southern California dudes, and they didn't get the wild card into the juniors either. And that I think was the very first year because the year before, I don't know who won it, but I think they were in the junior dubs draw. So we got the short end of the stick, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's brutal. Like you said, that's kind of like the thing you look forward to for playing Kalamazoo. That's like the reward of winning. Yeah, Bryce chopped me
Totally,
though in
totally.
winter nats one year, 14s. He got me good. He used to have like the Fed
He's
strokes and like so sick.
dude. He's baller, man, and the one-handed backhand, like he and the chip and charge. He had a smooth game. So yeah.
Who'd you play with in Kalamazoo that year? Who was your partner?
So yeah, my partner was Andrew Ton,
Oh,
who
you
is
said that.
a legend. He was a NorCal kid, and he then went on to play 4 years at Navy, and just took their tennis program to new heights they had never been to. And so that was fun to see his progression, and now he's out in Japan serving in the Navy. So really cool to see everyone's different directions in life after the junior tennis years.
Yeah, that's awesome. Respect to Andrew too for serving out
Yeah,
there and spending his time
totally,
there. Yeah.
totally.
So then I caught up with you again. I feel like next time I saw you was in Vancouver. You were playing like grade three there.
Yeah.
Ran into you there. So then that probably like a year or two after Kalamazoo. What'd you do on the ITF circuit, and like did you play a full calendar? Kind of what was your experience with the ITFs?
Yeah, it was probably when I was yeah, maybe after that Kalamazoo summer, maybe leading into that next year, 2017, where I started really doing all ITF juniors with like the bigger national tournaments in the States. And so I really pushed the ITF grind. And that was so much fun because I was able to, get exposed to just what professional tennis would maybe be like, or where you're going to different places like Vancouver and Costa Rica. I went in Germany and Mexico and Canada, and so like it was all experiences that I will take with me for life. But it was cool because at the junior tennis level, you can go bring it down to the central Indiana, right, where we knew each other, and your crowd, and then you go to the Midwest section, and then you still know your crowd, and then even within the national tournaments, right, you build your community and your people. But then when you start playing ITFs, I'm playing a guy from Argentina first round that I have zero clue about him, and absolutely destroys me. And who it actually was Facundo Acosta or something like that. And he's, I know, doing pretty well on the professional tour now. So like it was just experiences that were incredible for me, especially before college, because college tennis has now become just an international game as well. So many teams, right? You can have kids from all over the world that want an education and improve their tennis. And so it was fun, man. The ITF grind, and I think I made it to like top 200 junior ITF, so 18 and under. And um, my goal at the time when I started grinding it before I went to college was to play a junior Grand Slam, and that was, I think you probably had to be top, 100, let's say, somewhere in that range. And so I didn't make that, which was a bummer before getting to college. But it was it was great, all lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw ITF kind of stop their like one and done experience, they called it. So they're gonna have like 3 match guarantees, I guess, up until
Oh, that's
like
great.
grade 3 or something. Yeah, it's unreal. More matches.
Yeah.
And especially for like logistical reasons, it was tough to like travel somewhere and then lose first round. But it was also like kind of sick to like have that pressure of like knowing like, I don't know, it felt
Yeah.
like a pro tournament in a sense of like if I lose, I'm out, and like that's like the experience of a pro tournament too. So kind of
Totally.
but for logistical reasons and like travel and feasible stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, actually, I would compare that to pickleball, professional pickleball. Like I'm playing the APP tour, and they do a double elimination thing where you can lose, but you can still win. If you win the quote unquote back draw, which is ninth place, you can still win money then. Like, and so that it's a cool model, and it's great for whether it's professional level or junior ITF level, because at the end of the day, like, you're traveling, like you said, logistically, it's a lot of money and it's a lot of time. And then sometimes you play a match and you're done, and you
Have all week to kill until
that's
the
it,
next one.
you're
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And to your point, though, there is a sense of urgency and a sense of professionalism with that model, though, because it is true in really any sport. Is like, okay, you lose, and you shouldn't be rewarded for losing, right? Like, and that's kind of the harsh truth of pro sports. But it is nice to be able to have more matches, because that's how you get better too.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So
And it
yeah.
makes it like more worth the trip to like be able to do that, I guess. Like,
Totally,
yeah,
totally. So that's cool.
yeah.
I didn't know that with ITF.
Yeah, interesting little fun fact of the day. But then you
Yeah,
you ended up going on to UCLA. You played there for 4 years, right?
I did. Yep,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
stayed there my entire undergrad. Yep,
Yeah, gotcha. Did you
yep.
play at Charleston also? Did you finish there? Or
I was
why was
going
it
to.
okay?
That's what kind of pushed my initial move to Charleston. Was another friend of mine, Patrick Cacciatore, who played at South Carolina for like a year, and then he played the rest of his career at Nebraska.
Yeah.
We had known each other from junior tennis, and we met each other. Well, not we knew each other since we were 12, but we ran into each other at this college tournament. It's kind of a mid-season fun tournament called the Pac Coast Doubles out in La Jolla, and UCLA and most West Coast schools played it every single year. It was one of those tournaments where it's USTA run, and anybody can play. So you have top juniors in it. You have coaching staff from college teams playing in it, like where everyone's staying on the beach. I mean, it's a blast. Actually, ran into a lot of our old connections from Midwest tennis, because Ball State ended up going a lot.
Oh wow.
I saw, a bunch of schools throughout the Midwest. So anyway, ran into Patrick Cacciatore, and this was our senior year. And he goes, dude, what are you thinking? What are you gonna do? Are you wanting to play more tennis? And I was like, kind of, like I was a little burnt out already, to be honest. I was playing in the doubles lineup at that time though, and like was still enjoying the hell out of it. But I was reaching that point though where it just was like, okay, like I other things in life interested me, and didn't see the professional route. But then I also was like, okay, well, with my education I just got, like I still don't know what I want to do professionally in life. And so, and neither did Patrick. And so we were researching and we're like, well, why don't we use our COVID year? Because everyone had a COVID year that was in our class, and try and play tennis somewhere else, extend our education, and live in a new city, or like try something new. Because I wanted to get out of LA. I was a little sick of the hecticness and everything that comes with that. And so um, we traveled around to a couple schools. We visited Belmont, which is in Nashville, and visited College of Charleston. Met with the coaches, figured out what we would do for school wise, and ultimately landed on Charleston. It was a no-brainer for us. Nothing against Belmont and Nashville. It was an incredible place, but Charleston is, and it's why I'm still here today, 3.5 years later, is like just a very special place and unique. And I know which maybe you're about to get into as well. I know I ran into you again when you were with Govind and here in Charleston, right down the road from my townhouse, actually. And I hope you were able to explore some, but Charleston's just special. And so I was like, okay, that made sense. And I felt that within the 48 hours I was here with Patrick. Long story short, though, started the master's program, which was a 1 year MBA program, which
Gotcha.
was that was another
Yeah.
reason we're like, okay, it's makes more sense for our future, because what they had at Belmont wasn't quite up to that. It wasn't an MBA, and we're like,
Yeah.
shit, this is great. So
Yeah.
did it, started the MBA, and it being a 1 year program, we were like, dude, this is a lot of work. Like this is like we were getting out on the tennis court maybe once or twice a week, being
Yeah.
able to practice.
Yeah.
And so then it was like, look, is this even worth it? And then two, I kind of hit that point where I'm like, I kind of just want to be a regular dude now,
Yeah, you were done with
and not,
tennis at that point.
yeah,
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 yeah.
not be the student athlete anymore, which is a blessing. But I hit the point.
Yeah, I want to rewind it a little bit. I want to get back to I want to go to pickleball, and I know that's what your main focus is now. That's what you're doing. But I just want to hit
Yeah,
UCLA a little bit. One of your
sure.
first doubles matches was with a guy you just mentioned, Govinanda.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything from that match? You guys played Grand Canyon, Freddie Grant and Lucas Grego. Do you remember that match at
I,
all?
I remember the match. I think we won 6-3. I think we played three dubs, or I'm almost
It
positive.
was
I don't
three
remember
dubs.
the. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, it was three
Okay,
dubs.
I don't remember the. I know it was GCU. I don't remember the guys exactly, but I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
remember that match,
So you
and I
remember being
loved.
out there with
Oh
Govey?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That Govey is just a memorable guy in general. But yeah, that was, I think, maybe the only time I played with Govan too. Because I played some with Keegan, I played a little with Roscoe, and I played my senior year then with a guy named Carl Lee, who ended up transferring, and Jeff Fradkin. I played a couple matches with him.
Fratkin legend.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, legend too. But oh, I remember that match with Govan for sure.
Yeah.
It was a fun one, and I always loved playing with Govind, and also just um, picking his brain and everything, because we I don't know if I would say we'd had similar game styles, but like even as juniors, like we played in Palm Springs once, and I'll always remember that match too, because like I love to serve and volley and chip and charge and like hit flat through the court, and like he kind of does that too, to a certain extent, but also has more of like a counter puncher kind of vibe to him as well. He just had way more options than me. That was like my only option.
Yeah.
And but we always had fun points together where it's like me coming in and him angle or lob or whatever,
Yeah,
and
left foot
and
sliding out there backhands
yeah,
and yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And just like really choppy the match, and like I think we went 3 that match, and it was like 2 of the sets were breakers or something like that, and it was just super memorable. And so,
Yeah.
and then to see him progress at UCLA too, he went well and beyond my level on both singles and doubles, but especially on the singles court, he was a leader of our team for sure. And so it was fun. That I do remember that match. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then
Yeah.
one other college question, and then we'll get on to pickleball. What was it like playing at the Ojai? Obviously, the Pac-12 championships
Oh
are at the
yeah.
Ojai. I mean, that's a pretty historic place. What was that experience like?
Yeah, dude, that place is also special. Like it's just the history, just the atmosphere. Ojai, California is like this hidden gem. It's like tucked back. You're driving through the Southern California mountains and vineyards and all these farms, and you get to this little town called Ojai that has this unbelievable tennis center in the middle of town that everybody in the area and Southern California region goes to watch the Pac-12 championship at the time when it was the Pac-12. And I think from my friend Bryce, who I mentioned earlier, who now is an assistant coach at Southern California, I think he said that they're trying to do the Big Ten championship there as well, or they might. Yeah, they
That'd be
might
cool.
be.
I mean, I feel like it's a super historic place I've heard about and it's supposed to have like kind of some aura to it, I feel like.
Oh, dude, the aura there, it's so valid. It's just like insane. You just feel it. You're literally tucked into trees, and the viewing is like spectacular. It's like a
Yeah, that's sick.
oasis, and no, some unbelievable memories there. One that I still remember to this day, my senior year, it was quarterfinals of the Pac-12s. We were playing Utah, and um Carl and I clinched the doubles point, and then we ended up winning, I think, 4-1. And just being like, and we were playing 2 doubles that match, and being just like in those scenarios and in that atmosphere.
Yeah,
Yeah, that place is incredible. So if
that's
they could
awesome.
do the Big Ten championships there, they should because, yeah. And also, to mention as well, they have like a freaking picture board as you're walking in, right, of all the different years. And I mean, you have people like Pete Sampras and John McEnroe and the Bryan brothers, and like the list goes on of Jimmy Connors of like American tennis legends, and it's just there. So
Yeah, it feels like a
yeah, really cool.
pro place. It sounds like. Yeah.
It
And
really, and
so
the Williams sisters,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all of that.
Right, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah. And so
yeah.
then now you're playing pickleball, obviously. You're doing great things there. How'd you get into that? What was like obviously it took off, it boomed, but like what was that moment for you where it was like, man, I can play pro, I should play pro, I should like really get into this.
Yeah, it was actually my first year in Charleston. So to tie it back with like being burnt out with tennis, being an athlete my entire life though, once I hung up the rackets, I was just behind my computer and like, what the hell? I'm bored as shit. And
Yeah.
like I need to I will always have that competitive spirit in me, and the and even more so than the competitive side, just like doing something active and being fit. And so I'm like, okay, what can I do? And we had 2 pickleball courts right down the road from our apartment downtown Charleston. Went there, met this old dude named Doug with like a knee brace and like fucking the pickleball, like the AI pickleball, what AI would create as like what's a old dude who runs the local courts. That's exactly what Doug looked like. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, you guys are good with your tennis background. You guys should go to Collins Park, which is this big local park in North Charleston by our airport." And he's like, "That's where the pro guys go." We went and met the local pro crowd there who I'm still friends with today and still train with today. And played them. They let us kind of play in with them, and they beat us for sure, but and maybe kicked our asses from time to time, but we were like in it. We were like, okay, like we're like we're losing because they're playing pickleball better than us. We have the skills, though. We have the tennis skills. It's just a matter of learning the pickleball skills because it's completely different.
You're
And
playing
that was
tennis on
like,
the pickleball court.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And like, you can't do that against pro pickleball players. It's just not going to work. Especially in doubles. Singles, different story. You can be a top tennis player and hop on a singles pickleball court and be pretty damn good right
You can
away.
probably scramble around a little bit more and like get away with like hands and
Yes,
stuff, right? Or I don't know.
totally. And
I haven't played at like a high level, so I have no idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you're right though. I mean, it's really just like running and hitting passing shots and trying to finish off
Going
at the
forward.
net really is
And
like the
singles.
gist. Yeah, the gist of singles, whereas
Yeah.
doubles is like there's this it's like a chess game of like needing to hit the ball in the kitchen and avoid take away the opportunity for your opponent to be aggressive and dink and be patient and
Yeah.
slow and soft. And so a lot of stuff I needed to learn. And so I did. I was able to meet this group and get into their mix and get better every day, and started playing pro tournaments like a year and a half ago. And kind of has started to find my path and like which direction I need to go. And this is the end of this last year, maybe the last 6 months of 2025, and the beginning of this year has been my realization of like, okay, like I'm starting to do it. I'm starting to get um more and more sponsorships and more opportunities and paddle agreements and contracts and deals and clothing stuff that's like been a game changer for me in my career because it's expensive. And so if I want to do this as my job, there needs to be ways I need to make some money. And so I've needed to get the results, and I broke into the top 20 of the APP on singles, which is one of the pro tours. And so
Oh yeah.
with that kind of new ranking and setting that standard, and obviously not being satisfied, wanting to keep going, like it's allowed me some newer opportunities that I hope I can keep going with. So
Yeah, yeah. One thing that's always interested me is I've seen you like play for Toronto and play on the team
yeah,
there. Are you still doing that? And how's that set up? And what's that league? And just kind
yeah,
of talk to me about that. You mentioned you're on the
yeah.
APP, so
Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing this year is APP, and then the CNPL, which is that league, which is the Canadian National Pickleball League. And I was drafted for last season, their first draft pick, and it was great, man. It's an incredible league. They have 8 teams. It's almost like a copycat model of the MLP, which is Major League Pickleball here in the States, where you had all these people purchase teams and put money into the league, and then ultimately get something going. And so they did that in Canada, and they have 8 different teams and locations. And I aligned really well, both with just emotionally, as a family with that team, and then they saw something in me to bring the team to newer heights there. And so it was a blast, man. We made the finals last season, lost in a heartbreaker in the finals. And then I just re-signed to join them again this season. And so I
Nice.
need to go up there 8 times this year. We have 8 events. That's including our kind of playoffs or finals. And then I have roughly 8 to 10 APP events. So got 16 to 18 events this year.
Gotcha. That's what I was wondering, kind of how often you went to Canada and stayed there and stuff, but 8 times you're on it. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. So in May it starts, and I'll typically be going up there 2 times a month. Um, so for roughly four month season,
Nice.
roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I want to do is I've been having the guests commentate a special play. You might know what play I'm about
I
to
can see
show,
it.
but
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
hold up. All right. All right, let's take a look at this and just kind of walk me through it. Tell me your thoughts and everything.
All right. So Dave, my partner there, hits a great drive. I'm like moving in. Little pickup, little Okay, so that's what I call it, a little So Dave, he hits a great drive. So I start moving forward, which is I'm trying to crash and get that ball. They end up going one more to him. He hits a pretty solid drop, but The guy's able to take it out of the air, and I'm kind of stuck. So I have a little pickup. And then I just had a feeling that ball was coming back behind me there, but I was just in a weird spot. And so I did not have enough time to hit a backhand there. And I just anticipated enough and was able to get my paddle behind my back there. And honestly, the 360 side of it, I don't know what I was doing there, but I just threw it in and I think I was just trying to see if I got the ball back, and I just hit a damn winner by him. So I'm like, okay,
For sure. For
let's
sure,
go.
you've hit a behind the back before too, but have you hit like that spinner before?
Not really the spinner. Like in
Yeah.
practice, there's and all of my Charleston buddies here that I train with. I mean, they always give me shit because I'm the trick shot dude who's going to miss them in practice or make them from time to time, but I'm always trying something in every practice. And so I think all that dumbass practicing it ended up coming coming to life there in that match. So I was super
Yeah, I'd
pumped. But
say so.
I'm all
I'd
about the
say so.
tweeners, the tweeners, the behind the backs, the all of it. So
Yeah.
now that was a fun one and was really cool to see it kind of blow up in the pickleball space. And I mean the one that PPA posted and the kitchen pickleball and others. I mean, it got like over 1.5 2 million views, and it just was like it was fun. It was just crazy. Like I'd never had something happen like that before, and to see so many people pickleball related or not. I mean, I one funny ass story I always bring up. So, in Colorado before moving to Indy, I'm a huge basketball guy. Obviously, as you know, huge Pacers dude. I always see your Pacers posts, and I always got to swipe up on them. You know it. But before that, in Colorado, I was going to Nuggets games, and as a kid it was Chauncey Billups, and the center for him was the African dude Nene, if you remember Nene.
Oh yeah, I remember Nene. Yeah.
And Nene, bro, and dude, one of those just come to Jesus moments, bro. I'm like getting all these likes from the post, and damn Nene likes the post, and I'm like, dude, I gotta hit up Nene, dude. So I did, and
He
and
liked the
messaged
pickleball
with him a
post?
little bit. What?
You like the pickleball one?
He liked the behind the back one.
No
Yeah.
way, bro.
Yeah,
I'd
dude.
be
And
going crazy.
dude, I was going nuts and I was like texting my
Yeah.
dad. I'm like, Dad, like, Nene, you remember going to the games? And my dad's like, yeah, of course, Nene. And so, yeah, man, it was a blast. So
Yeah.
that I love that
Yeah.
moment was fun.
They had Nene and Kenneth Fareed back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's too good. All right, bro. I appreciate the time, man. For real, you're the man. Thanks for doing this.
Oh,
Thanks for all the stories and walking us through all that. That was fun. I've learned a good amount.
dude, I appreciate you having me, bro. It's good to talk to you again. And yeah, man, let's do it again soon.
Yeah, let's do it again. Hey, any way for people to like keep up with your results and follow you?
Yeah, man, you can Max Wild __ is my Instagram. I got everything on there, so people can check me out there.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it, Max. Thanks, dude.
Awesome, bro. See
Best
you,
of luck,
Steven.
bro. See you, man.
Thanks, bro.
See ya. Max, appreciate you taking the time to come on here, man. That's awesome. It was cool to hear your story, and sorry we didn't get to as much pickleball as you and I both would have liked, but there's too much to talk about. Tennis is a huge part of your journey, and it was cool to rehash all of that, man. It was always fun to catch up with you. But we got right into it today. We started right away with the interview. As always, this is the Spulture Show. We got to rehash some sports. We got to talk about what's been going on. Of course, the Super Bowl just happened. The Patriots got killed by the Seahawks. Not even really going to talk about the game unless you like talking about punts, because that's what we saw the most of. So we're going to just skip that. Seahawks killed the Patriots. Happy for Sam Darnold, as I talked about in the last one. I think he's a good guy. Don't know the guy at all, but seems like a good person. So happy for him to get the win. Moving on, the halftime show was definitely the best part of the Super Bowl. I personally thought it was super sick. The message he sent was unreal. The country needed it and still needs it and will continue to need that. But for him to just promote love instead of hate on the biggest stage in sports and in music also kind of was really cool, and I thought it was really great for the country. Thought the music was really good. It was cool how he had other celebrities, other guests out there. Yeah, I just thought the whole thing was pretty good, pretty cool. I didn't know many of the words, which was fine with me. I listened to Miles Davis all the time. He doesn't have any words. I listened to Earl Grant. He doesn't have any words, and yeah, it's totally fine with me. So I thought it was really good. I was dancing. I wasn't watching Kid Rock or any of that bullshit. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, good stuff from Bad Bunny, and that was easily the best part of the Super Bowl. Although the commercial that happened, the Dunkin' Donuts commercial was pretty sick too, where it was like the Goodwill Hunting Dunkin' Donuts, but they also had like the Friends characters. The Jennifer Aniston held the paper on the uh, on the window like they did in Goodwill Hunting, but she said, "How do you like these nuts?" And it was Tom Brady. I mean, that was pretty good, right? How you like them apples? So yeah, I like that one. That was my favorite one. No, the horses. I think it was Bud Light commercial got a lot of love. The Freebird commercial was good. That actually could be the same commercial. I heard Freebird, immediately started texting people, so I didn't actually watch the commercial to like kind of put it all together, as they say. But yeah, so that's what's been happening. There's more that's been happening. Monaco's still in debt. They still can't pay their players. Kendrick Nunn is about to return for Panathinaikos in the EuroLeague world. It's a bummer. That is like the upside down. It's all flipped. You can't trust any of it right when a team starts to play really good. When you think they are really good, no. Um, yeah, nah, and they are really good, but they can't pay their players. Like, and Panathinaikos, who's the best team, had some injuries. Like, it's like the upside down in the EuroLeague right now. Nothing's going as it's supposed to. You have to imagine it's going to get back to the way it should be. But at sports, everything changes, and it's who wins on that certain day. And you lose on 6 certain days in a row, and you're all of a sudden you're out of the playoffs like Monaco are right now. So who knows? What else do we got? Oh, how could I forget about it? The Olympics. But also, one thing I need to touch on the halftime show. My guess is, and I don't know this, nobody come after me, but I think Bad Bunny benefited the most from the Super Bowl halftime show out of any artist ever because you don't get paid for it, right? Which is cool. But so many people were playing his music the next day. I think out of respect for the message that he sent, but also how good the music was, right? And so I think he gained more fans than the average Super Bowl halftime performer. I don't think Shakira and J-Lo gained many more fans because they were already so big. I don't think Usher gained many more fans because he was already so big. Maroon 5, everybody already knew Maroon 5. But Bad Bunny had a good amount of an audience in America that didn't really know him or listen to him, downloaded his songs, were putting it on Instagram the next day, all this stuff. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say, I think Bad Bunny benefited from the Super Bowl more than any artist of all time. I'm hyped for him. That's sick. Someone pull some metrics up, some numbers up. I don't know if that's true, but I bet there were more downloads rather than just like listens. After the Super Bowl, obviously everyone goes back and like, oh, actually a really good song, like, Let It Burn. But yeah, as always, we got sponsors on this podcast. I got to shout them out. Naptown's Notorious, telling Indiana athletes stories through their eyes, through their lenses, directly from the athlete's perspective. If you're from Indiana, you got a story to tell, email naptownsnotorious@gmail.com. Might have some merch on the way. We'll see about that. Did it once, went all right. We'll see if we'll do it again. And as always, it's it ain't the Club 520 podcast, but we are fighting here, right? We are fighting. This will give you a ton of energy, ton of power, ton of strength. You're just going to have energy and the right energy. It's going to be stored just, perfectly around your neck in whatever colorway you want. Fight in 2026, 26% off. Steven, fight in 2026. Yeah. Anyways, all right. The Olympics gold medal curling match taking place before this episode gets released, but it's going to be electric. That gold medal curling match, the USA is in it in the mixed doubles. I think for the first time in a long time. I know for the first time in a long time. I think second time in history because the commentator, I think, did it also. But it's been electric. That sport, it's fast paced. There's a lot of communication and they're mic'd up. It's fun to hear them. It's all real small margins. Like it might barely slide past the curl, I'm gonna call it. I don't know what the round discs are called, but kind of might just barely go around or it might tap. Like it's just real small margins and they're unbelievably good. Like it's just crazy how many times they need to come up with a shot and they get like a redirect. It hits that one off that one, lands right in the middle or something. And it's like, I didn't even see that angle and they just hit it completely in the middle. So that's sick. Yeah, that's really all I've been watching in the Olympics, to be honest. Jutta lead them, I believe her name is Jake Paul's fiance. She won gold. That was cool. I'm not a huge Jake Paul fan, but to see him support her and like be crying in the stands when she won, that was a cool moment. That would be sick, you know. If your girlfriend won a gold medal, I mean, I'd be pretty happy too. That'd be fun. So it's cool for him. It's cool for her. She was unreal. Her strides were just like, I don't know. You could see why she's the best. You could see why she has the record because I don't know. She just looked unreal. Her strides were strong and long, and yeah, it was sick. Jetta lead them. Um, yeah, man, the Olympics. What a time to be alive. I love the Olympics. I love the Olympics. It's probably my favorite couple of weeks of the 4 years, I guess. But March Madness, that first weekend of March Madness, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, nothing beats it. Nothing on earth. Don't talk to me those days. Don't text me those days. Don't you dare ask me for a lesson those days. Nah, kinda. I'm actually being serious, but yeah, yeah. Anyways, so that's what's gonna be happening. That is what's happening. The Olympics are happening. We got that gold medal game today. Skiing's always electric. Snowboarding's always electric. Pacers are tanking. Shout out to Benedict Mathurin. You've always held it down for us. You brought a competitive edge. You're an absolute dog. You had the most competitive fight on the team, without a doubt. Appreciate everything you did for the city. You were fun to root for. You were electric. I think you're going to kill it in LA. I think we're going to regret getting rid of you. I hope I eat those I mean, I hope you do great, but I hope we do great also. But I would have liked to do great with Mathurin. So that one hurts. I'm not going to lie. It's the best draft pick we've had outside of, I mean, you could honestly argue that he's better than Paul George because Paul George asked out. So, like, that guy gets taken off the list in my eyes. I love PG, but he asked out. So how can he be a better draft pick than the guy who didn't ask out? I'd rather have a guy who wants to be on the team. So I think he's the best draft pick we've had since Reggie Miller. And we traded him in like his third year before his rookie contract was up. It eggs me. Get it? Eggs Benedict. But it does, man. It gets me going. I don't love it. But I do like Zubats. They were all crying. They love him in the locker room. The coaches love Zubats in LA where he came from. So that's all good signs. Um, Sounds like we got a class act, you know? It's all about class acts, right? You could be great at the sport, but if you're not great in life, if you're not a great person, that's what matters the most. So everybody on this fine Wednesday, enjoy your life, do what you want to do and be a good person. That's all I got for you. Watch the Olympics, support the USA, support the Pacers Tankathon, and enjoy your life. See ya.